freezing night in 1773, a group of men snuck onto a ship, destroyed thousands of dollars worth of tea, and changed the history forever. This is the Boston Tea Party. December 16, 1773, Boston, Massachusetts. Tension between Britain and its American colonies had been building for years, but tonight everything would explode. 3 British ships sat quietly in Boston Harbor, the Dartmouth and 2 other of the British ships. On board 342 chests of tea. But this wasn't just tea. To the colonists, this tea represented control, taxes, and government. They had no voice in. Crowd gathers in Boston. Meeting was held. People were angry and running out of patience. The night, a group of people called the Sons of Liberty made their move. Led by figures like Samuel Adams, they decided something bold that had never been done. No more protests, no more waiting. They would send a message Britain could not ignore. To hide their identities, many of them disguised themselves. Some dressed as Mohawk Native Americans, not to mock, but to stay anonymous and show they were becoming something separated from Britain. Under the cover of darkness, they marched to the harbor. They boarded the ship. No chaos, no panic. Everything was organized. They opened the chest, and one by one they dumped the tea into the freezing water. Splash after splash, crate after crate. By the end of the night, 342 chests of tea were gone, and over 90,000 pounds of tea. This was random destruction. They didn't steal anything, they didn't harm the crew, they even swept the decks clean afterwards. When the sun rose over Boston Harbor, the water was filled with tea. The smell lingered the air, and everyone knew something had just happened. When news reached Britain, they were furious. There wasn't just protest anymore. This was a rebellion. In the response, they passed harsh laws known as the Intolerable Act. Boston Harbor was shut down. The city was punished. But instead of scaring the colonists, they united them. The Boston Tea Party wasn't about tea. This was about power and freedom, and the idea that people should have say in government. This moment pushed the colonists one step closer to revolution. And just a few years later, war would be in Jim. If you enjoyed this, subscribe for more stories from history, because was only from the beginning. And check out the two past episodes if you haven't seen them.